That's fine. Just do that. That way you don't have to worry about it. Okay, good morning, guys. Welcome to our Wednesday Wake Up and Win. We have 2 days left of the month. Like it's mind-boggling to me. I hope that you have a secondary device with you today because we're going to be doing a lot of work. But before we get into today, I'm just curious who took my challenge last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, who took my challenge 2 weeks ago? I know Susan did, and made some little clips of frequently asked questions about your business. Anybody besides Susan? Nothing's in the chat. Okay, so maybe you're typing and I'm impatient, but the reason that those are important to do, it's not like you're going to make these clips and a customer is going to fall out of the sky from it. The reason you want to start doing these clips and setting that up is because let's say you get in a really good rhythm, you're making your reels, you're attracting a new audience, and then they go to your page to start being nosy about you. That's when all that stuff is sitting there waiting for them. So if somebody's maybe possibly thought about taking the Thrive product, but they're not totally sure, so they start peeking on your page, and then they find your most frequently asked questions, and it's you talking about how there's no fillers in it, so it doesn't bother their belly. It's you talking about how our lifestyle mix is micronized, so it's easily digestible. It's you talking about how there are 3 steps and how they work together. That's that little, it's just the seed that's sitting there waiting for someone to pour some water on it, and so it can grow. So that's why it's so important to do these things. So if you were like, I don't want to take the time to do these little frequently asked questions, maybe it's because I didn't explain why it's so important. You're not going to do a frequently asked question. And I mean, I shouldn't say not. Some of you might do a frequently asked question clip and a customer might fall out of the sky. But the majority of it, it's sitting there, it's in the background. It's a lot like when a traditional business. So for example, the Lavelle website, right? If somebody hears of Lavelle or they hear of Thrive and they want to go on the website, all that stuff, all that information, all those PDFs, all those videos, that's all sitting there waiting on them. Well, guess what? Before they get there, most of the time they got to be interested in you, right? They got to know, like, and trust you. So when they start to get to know you, they start to like you, they start to feel trusting of you, and then they go peek on your Instagram page and they find your frequently asked questions all about your product, all about your business. That's why it's so important to have that structure there in place, because you could be on vacation. It could be Christmas morning. You have no idea what's going on when somebody's on your page, but it's all sitting there ready and waiting for them. Think of your social media as your website landing page. When somebody wants to get to know, like, and trust you, they're going to be nosy. And you guys, we all do it. How many of you have watched a reel or seen a post from somebody, or maybe somebody mentions someone in a post? I click on the name, I go look, I go check these people out. What do they do? Where do they live? What do they look like? People are doing it all the time. So basically your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok or all of them, that's your website-ish presence. So have it loaded, have it ready for someone. That's why it's so important when you're looking at your social media I have it that if somebody tags me in something, I have to approve it, because yes, I love getting tagged in plant memes, but I don't want them all on my page. I want to say haha and give you a heart for thinking of me, but I don't want someone to go to my page because they think they might want to join my business and then see 18 plant memes and be confused. That stuff is just for fun. I want my Facebook and my Instagram, I want it to be ready for a customer and ready for a new promoter. So if you didn't take my challenge last week, get jiggy and get on and get that challenge done. Susan can tell you it didn't take that long to do. And we both did it a little differently. I videoed, I think, 5 or 6 of them one day sitting on my patio, and weekly I'm uploading one a week because I'm putting it into my stories and then taking it from my stories and putting it into my reels. Did I say that right? From my stories into my highlights, sorry. But you can also, I do also turn them into a reel because all content is good content. And so you can do it, like, you can trickle it in, or you can just go all in and just get them all in there and check it off your list and be done. Either way, it's going to be set up for the next person. So anyway, that was my challenge last 2 weeks ago. And it doesn't look like a lot of people did it. So Susan, thanks for doing it. I hope it's helpful in the future. I do have a question that I want to kick off today with. I want to know, what is your biggest, proudest moment in your business so far this year? Same, I take them and make them into reels and still, and reshare them as stories. Yeah, you guys, once you film anything, keep it and share it a bunch of different ways. So what is your biggest, proudest moment so far this year in your business? You can type it in the chat if you want. You can just think about it in your head. But I want you guys to celebrate the fact that you've got if you've been here all year, you've got 8 months under your belt. You've done something good. Easy for me. Oh yeah, Go Award, but also qualifying my family members for the trips. Yes. So when she talks about, so the GOAT Award is like, that's the GOAT Award. That's like this, that's huge. When she talks about qualifying family members for trips, for those of you that might be new, in the business, you can qualify your own account, obviously, to earn a trip, but you also can qualify your husband's account, your kid's account, maybe your mom's account, you know, like your whoever, so that you can have a freaking family reunion if you want on these trips. So she's not only qualifying herself, but she's going above and beyond. Janine says that I actually earned the trip, even though I haven't hit my next rank yet. Janine, fabuloso. Are you going on the trip? I hope you're going. Renee, I am proud of myself for being consistent every day. Absolutely. And you know what, Renee, that's the one I always go to. I'm like, you know what? I showed up, and that says a lot, because it would be so easy to quit, right? Like that's the thing about this business. Our business is not hard. So it also makes it easy. And if it's easy to do, it's easy to not do, right? And so it would be so easy to quit. Yes, oh, she got off the waiting list. Good job. Have fun in Vegas, girl. Wendy says, starting back in the business again with boot camp and still being consistent. Yes, way to go, Wendy. I'm so glad. Being consistent is key to the business. So I know a lot of times we spend in our heads, we focus on what we've done wrong. Like if I had asked you what's the thing you're least happy about the last 8 months in your business, you would have been able to ping, ping, ping. You would have answered me very quickly. But asking you what you're most proud of, it's really taking people time to think about it. So just how we like start a lot of Zooms with gratitude, I want to start this one on a positive note. I really want you thinking about what are the things you've done right. I'm sure you've screwed up over the last 8 months. So have I. I'm sure you fell off the wagon on something. So have I. But what have you done right? Because I bet you've done a lot right. And that's the mindset you need, especially these last 4 months. You guys, we have 4 months left of the year. I don't even know how that happens, but that's where we're at. Okay, so as always, I want to kick off with rate of run. We only have 2 days left of the month, so I can guarantee you, I can't guarantee you, that's too bold of a statement. I can pretty much guarantee you the number that we come up with today together is the number you're going to end at. Unless Lavelle drops some sort of 100% off promo for the next 5 hours and let you keep all of the volume, right? All right, so for this, you're going to get logged into your cloud on your secondary device. Right there on that main page, you're going to scroll down to where you see business snapshot. Click that gray bar so that it drops open for you. Go past the green, the orange, the gray. And now in the light gray, this is qualifications. Go down to where you see current QV. You're going to take that dollar amount and we're going to divide it by 29. The reason I say 29, that was yesterday's date. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning here on Eastern time. So a lot of you probably haven't done a whole lot yet today. So take that dollar amount and divide it by 29. And now you have a smaller number. That's the daily average that you and your team have been running at. That's the name rate of run. That's the daily average that you guys have been building your business at. Take that number, the new small number, multiply it by 31. That, my friends, is the digit that you are most likely going to end the month at, assuming you keep your foot on the gas. The last 48 hours of the month, it literally goes one way or the other. People gave up last night and said, screw it, I'm taking 2 days off, which will set you back a week and a half, by the way. Or they're like, whoa, I got 2 days left. And they go balls to the walls and they make magic in the last 48 hours. So that number you're looking at is not a guarantee by any means. It's not just sitting there waiting on you. You have to work for it. You've got to keep your foot on the gas. And newsflash, you're in business. If you ever take your foot off the gas, that means you're out of business for the day. And if you're out of business for the day, you've literally turned away sales. So years ago, I had a gift shop. I was open 7 days a week. I was open during snowstorms. I was open during festivals. I don't care. I was open. And there for a long time, I tried to stay open way past the rest of the little shops in the city to catch, even if it was just 1 or 2 extra people that were out past 5 o'clock, I wanted to catch them. Because if my doors were shut, there was no way to sell to any of those people. So keep that in mind. If you wake up one day and you're like, I don't feel like it, picture yourself shutting the door to your store, flipping the sign to close, turning off all the lights, and watching people walk past your door that can't come in and buy anything from you, because that's basically what you're doing. So you have 2 days left. Keep your foot on the gas, and we are going to keep our foot on the gas together today. First thing I like to do, and I've already done it, and some of you have maybe already done it too, but I love to feature my hero product in my stories. For me, my hero product are the capsules. I do not miss a day of sharing my capsules on my story. If you have been doing your capsules for, I don't know, 6 months, 5 years, whatever, and you're not getting a lot of action or you're not attracting a lot of people, don't be scared to change it up. Maybe your hero product moving forward now could be your DFT, or your hero product moving forward could be your shake. I tend to try to keep my hero products with the 1, 2, 3, but I do see people be very successful swapping up their hero product with the plus line. HDS right now, a lot of people switched it up and only talked about HDS, and they brought on a lot of new people. I'm a rest gel girl. I've been a rest gel girl from day one. So I could easily start switching my hero product to that. But the thing is it's called a hero product for a reason, because you're going to focus on it. Because from the outside view, you got to remember, yes, we're all thrivers. Every face I see on here is a thriver. You guys all know what the 3 steps are. You all understand the plus sign. You all know how fun it is to get to play in the catalog. The outside human who's trying to decide if they even want to spend $50 with you, if they see you taking capsules and a shake and a DFT and a rest gel and a balance and a biotic and a move and a form, I'm just going through my day, and a pink pro and a rebuild, like they're going to be like, she's out of her ever loving mind. And maybe I am, but I've been doing this long enough that that's how I can live, right? So pick a product that you love, pick a product that you can be consistent with. And some of you, I don't know, like if Olivia was on here, she's got 4 kids. Maybe showing your capsules every morning isn't the easiest thing, right? Maybe showing your balance every night before bed when the kids are actually all tucked away and you have quiet time. You pick the product and roll with it, but don't be afraid to switch it up every now and then. But just remember, if you switch it up, stick with it for a while. Jennifer said, I'm making a board for us on the 1, 2, 3 to have little captions to use daily. Yay. I'm excited for that. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, so have you shared your hero product in your story yet? If you haven't done it yet, let's do it together. And I know I showed you guys this one time before, but you can literally prepare your hero product videos and pictures any time of day. You just need to sit down, figure out what your hero product is, and then sit down and dedicate it to it. I tend to do my capsules, so I tend to show it over like my bed pillows or my sheets or something like that, because obviously I'm having it first thing in the morning when I wake up. Some of you might be doing it in the bathroom first thing in the morning. Some might be doing it in the kitchen sink, whatever the heck it is. But literally, like, let's say my hero product is these collagen gummies that are just sitting here. I could literally be like taking pictures right now, or I could be filming it. I could do whatever, and then keep them on my phone. Make it easy on yourself. So pick your hero product, stick with it for at least 6 months, and get a camera roll load full of pictures and videos. Now, the next thing I like to do is the behind the scenes of my story. So if I've just shared my hero product and I have said that it gets me up and gets me moving every day, the next thing I'm going to do is show myself up and moving. Right? So let's try other ones. If I say I'm having my shake because it keeps my cravings away and keeps me focused, maybe I'll show my next thing will be like behind the scenes sitting at my desk. If I'm doing my DFT and I say it helps with inflammation, maybe I'm going to show my yoga mat that I'm actually like out doing something, or I don't know, for me, it would probably be playing in the garden, right? I'm out pulling weeds. If I'm saying that I take the collagen gummies because I'm so into skincare right now, maybe my next thing would just be a little clip of me washing my face. I don't know, like get creative, but use behind the scenes to back up what you just said, your hero product. You're calling it your hero. Like, what is your hero doing for you, right? Like, people love Superman because he saves them, right? They don't just love him because. What is your hero doing for you? And then to me, that's backing up my hero product. And then I love to share, and hopefully some of you already done it. If you haven't, we could do it together now. I love to share a little behind the scenes video or picture of the Zooms that we have. We're on a Zoom together at least once a day, 5 days a week. And a lot of teams and a lot of businesses don't have that. So the thing I like to do is I just take a little video. I mean, yes, I'm talking in this one, so that won't really be the best, but I now have that saved in my camera. And when we get off of here, I'm going to put that into my Instagram, put a jazzy little song with it. I don't know, say something about my community, or say something about how like it's hard to be an entrepreneur. And so it's awesome to have a support system like this where even on the days you don't know what to do, someone's telling you what to do. So hopefully you guys have all just taken a picture of this, or you're taking a video of this, or maybe you're, you can always be like one of these where you're like showing that in the background. But make sure you're putting those in your stories. People are nosy. Show behind the scenes. If today is the day where you're like, oh my gosh, it's almost end of the month, my desk is a mess, I got to get this figured out, show it, talk about it. Today's I took that example from what I'm looking at. My desk is a mess right now. It is end of the month. So show that to people, show what's really going on, show the actual lifestyle. Too many people want to talk about how great their work from home life is, but they're not really showing it. Like, get real, get raw. If you are doing a Zoom while you're loading the dishwasher, that's okay. Talk about that. Like, really show the behind the scenes. Okay, so hopefully you guys have been taking pictures and videos while we're doing this. All right, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. We did this a couple weeks ago, so hopefully you remember. You have 5 minutes. You're going to go into, I don't care if you go to Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or both, but you're going to go into the stories, not the post, not the feed. You're going to go into the stories on those platforms for a solid 5 minutes, and your only mission is to ask questions. You're going to ask a question. So-and-so started school. How was their first day? So-and-so just got back from a vacation. How was the weather? So-and-so, whatever. So-and-so shows a picture of their backyard. Is that a new tree? I don't know. I'm making crap up, but you're going to get on there and you're just going to ask questions for 5 minutes. So put your curious hats on. I'm setting the timer and go. One more minute, guys. Stay curious. Keep asking questions. Okay, that's 5 minutes. How many questions did you get asked? Oh, check on our Florida peeps. Yes, I was actually, I've spent my morning scrolling, getting all the pictures of my grandma's house down there. So far, it's not underwater, but we have high tide till noon where she's at. So let's hope. Let's hope, let's hope. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 questions asked in 5 minutes. And you guys, they weren't world rocking by any means, but 1, 2, 3, 4 people have already answered me back. Now I'm starting conversations. I'm not changing the world. I'm just keeping myself active on social media and in people's in their faces, right? I want them to be, I was a little slow. 4 is all I got, but hey, that's 4 more than what you would have had, right? So 4 is good. And I think the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Because I know originally I would totally overthink my reach outs. I would completely overthink them. I don't know. I just full blown panic. 10 with some answers. Yes, Brandy. So when you just say, okay, I'm going to be curious, I'm just going to ask questions about what I'm seeing, about what I'm reading, and we're going to go from there. And now here's the great thing. Those messages are going to sit because I'm busy. I got to finish all this, right? But then I'll be pulling that back up later and we'll finish our conversation. Okay, next on the list that I like to do is I like to go into my most active group. And of course, for me, it is a gardening group in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio area. But I love to go into that group every single day, partly because I just love that group, but also because I want to either go in and ask a question, I want to answer a question, or I want to make a comment on someone's post. At least one of those things has to happen. Some days it just depends. Some days it's a really active group and maybe I'll make a comment or answer a question, maybe I'll do 2 of those, but that's what we're going to do now. So go to your groups, find the most active group. And the reason I say most active is because what we're doing here right now, we're on a time crunch and we don't really need to be looking around for stuff. So go to the group that stays very active. Although right now, all of my Pass the Girl Florida ones are blowing up also, but we're going to stick with this one. And I'm going to look for a question that I can answer, or maybe just maybe there's a picture here. This girl has some beautiful hydrangeas she wants to move. Is this a good idea? Can she do it? I can answer her on that one. So yeah, so I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, scroll through that group, find something that's been posted this past week. Hopefully maybe the last day, depending on how busy the group is, and make a comment or ask a question. It's like in this case, have you ever looked at a post and you're like, oh, I'm going to comment on that, or I'm going to answer that question. And then you see that somebody else answered the question. Who cares? Answer the question. Use your words, answer the question. It's okay if the person gets the similar or same answer twice. You're still being active. You're still making a connection. Maybe something you say will resonate more. For instance, this is the girl asking a question, and so far a man has answered it. Maybe she doesn't want to hear from a guy. Maybe she would rather hear from a girl. I don't know, but I'm answering it. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to move on, but I just answered 2 questions in my group. So again, did I change anyone's life? No. Am I active in my groups? Are people seeing my name? Are people commenting back to me? Yes. Is that what I want? Absolutely. All right, the next thing I want us all to do is go to your customer group. Everyone's on a different team here. There's lots of different customer groups to pick from. Go to your customer group, and I want you to comment on 3 posts in that customer group. First, I look for a customer that's actually gone in and maybe made a post or maybe asked a question, because I want to make sure that the customers are getting responses from people and getting attention from people. And then outside of that, if I don't see any of that going on in the last few days, then I will just find a post. We actually in our team, or I'm sorry, in our customer page, we have a calendar, so we know for sure there's 1 post a day that goes in there. And so I've got plenty of things in here to comment on. Okay, guys, I'm gonna keep moving on. Just play it, not play, work in your groups if you need to. The next thing I like to do is hit my birthdays in Facebook. And I know we have a ton of different ways that we do it, but to me, the most important thing is that it gets done. I've actually had people tell me before, I didn't get my birthdays done today because I didn't know what script to send. I mean, for the love of Pete, bare minimum, tell someone happy birthday. Like if that's all you've got in you, tell them happy birthday. Yeah, don't ever stop doing your job because you don't think you can do it perfect, because any activity is better than no activity. I love to write on their timeline, and then a lot of times I will also go into their messenger. I will tell you, this is also a great time to be like, wait, who dat? How many of you ever looked at your birthdays and you're like, I don't even know who this person is. Like, how am I friends with this person? And so then I will click on their profile. I will figure out that they were a friend of a friend of a friend of a promoter that left the team 7.5 years ago, and I don't even know who these people are. Or don't be mad, but sometimes I'm like, dang, I've got 5 Lavelle promoter birthdays today and only 2 customers. I don't need to be following all of y'all. So unfollow a lot of the people that you're following. So anyway, get your birthday messages done. Let's get that done here in the next few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna kind of go quickly through the next few things just because it is end of month and I want to go over some end of the month stuff before we get off of here today. Um, so if you are still working on birthday messages, that's okay. Just kind of turn your ears on for me here. What I like to do is go into my personal Facebook or Instagram or both, and TikTok. I'm trying to get used to doing the TikTok. I like to go into my page and I like to do just a quick scroll through to make sure I haven't missed a comment. I don't know if it's me, if it's the whole world, but sometimes Facebook notifications aren't the best. Like I got a notice the other day that one person had commented on my post and I went and looked at it and like 10 people had commented and they'd been commenting all day. So I like to do a real quick, just, it doesn't take long, just scroll through, see the comments right here. There's a post that last time I looked, there was 2, now there's 5. I'm just going to breeze through. If someone's asking me a question or taking the time to make a comment, I'm going to comment back. Again, this is just keeping your social media active. It's being social on social media. Don't let someone leave a comment on a post, a reel, whatever that you've done and not comment back. And I like the whole like match energy with energy. If somebody like takes the time to comment a heart emoji, then I'm going to give them a heart back. If somebody takes the time to write a sentence to me, I'm going to write them a sentence back. If somebody writes me a book, I'm going to write them a sentence back. But I'm going to take the time to give back. So let's just spend a few minutes doing that. Okay, and because that's something that I check at least once a day, I just had to go back a couple days. All is good. We're going to move on. Have you made a Facebook post yet today? Have you made a reel yet today? I know we've done some stories because we did our hero product in the behind the scenes. I have a little cheat sheet that I printed or threw in Excel and printed off years ago, but today is Wednesday. And I know Wellness Wednesday is a very popular one, but I'm going to give you some other ideas for today if you're struggling. Water Wednesday, Wear It Wednesday. You know, a lot of people wait for Flex Friday, but you could talk about what you're wearing today, what DFT you're wearing. Work It Wednesday, Wireless Wednesday, talking about running this business from Wi-Fi, or Wi-Fi Wednesday. Wildlife Wednesday, if you're out and about, maybe you're taking a walk, you're taking a hike, you're working in the yard, you got kids, that's like wildlife, right? Whatever you want to do. Weekend on a Wednesday. Maybe you have something coming up this weekend that you're preparing for, you're excited about, or you heard about, or are people going to go, or you could just talk about the upcoming weekend. Winning Wednesday, Weird Wednesday, Wake Up Wednesday, and then of course, like I said, Wellness Wednesday. I just think it's good to have little triggers like that to help you with your posting if you're kind of stuck in a spot. And I always like to remember when I'm making any kind of post or reel or whatever, I'm going to educate, entertain, or inspire somebody. Otherwise, they're just going to, like, people who take the time to get on Facebook and purposely like complain about something. Why? Why? I'm on social media for fun. If you're complaining, I will scroll right past you really fast. So, you know, and your social media, some of you are really advanced and you have a strategy and you have a theme and you have marketing and you know exactly how many reels you're going to do today and how many posts. And some of you are like, I'm at work and I'm on this thing right now in my earbud and I'm about to get caught by my boss. So just make a post. Don't overthink it. Make a post. What of those topics do you want to talk about? Do you have your DFT on you that you can take a picture really quick? Call it Wear It Wednesday. Do you have your sippy cup sitting next to you at your desk? Take a picture of it. Talk about how important it is for you to stay hydrated during the day. Or how do you make sure that that cup doesn't just sit there, like you actually drink out of it during the day? Weird Wednesday, I don't know, maybe something weird happened last week or last night. Wireless Wednesday, maybe you're grateful that today on your potty break, you can work this business. Work It Wednesday. You could Work It Wednesday could be talking about working this business, or it could be talking about a workout, like a physical workout. It could be any of those things, but just get a post, get it out there, ask a question. You guys, people love, a million times love to give their opinion. Yesterday, I don't know if she's on here because I know she's at work, but Lisa Cook made a really quick post and said, okay, what's the one thing you absolutely won't eat? Everybody has something that they don't like to eat. And like people were just, they just throw that in there like that. That's a great interactive post. So if you're like, I can't be thoughtful right now and come up with a whole paragraph and I don't really know what I want to say, then think about a question. And I'm going to tell you something that I do on occasion. It's this thing called Google. And I will say, hey, Google, show me some interactive posts. And now more recently, something I'm using all the time is ChatGPT. And once you have your ChatGPT set up and it knows who you are and what you're about and what you're doing, you can go in and say, act as my social media expert, give me an interactive post today to put on Facebook. And you could say around Water Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, Weird Wednesday. You can even give it a theme and you could do that. So don't overthink it, just get it done and move on. So with that, I'm going to spend a couple minutes and come up with something.
For my post, I put winning Wednesday, and then I put, this is my second step of the day. What's yours? Comment below with a picture of me making my shake.
Perfect. I think that's great. I think you're going to get a lot of people. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of thrivers that are going to chime in, which is third-party validation for you. If somebody's been watching you and they're like, she's crazy because she drinks this shake, now they're going to see all these other crazy people that drink the shake, right? So I think that's awesome. Does anybody else have a great idea or a post that they made or they're going to make?
I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to use the post I used in our group last week, and I'm going to turn it around and just ask, okay, it's Wellness Wednesday. What's your tip of the week? Because guess what? We got another doctor's appointment, another day. And I always like to drop, like, my first comment is Gigi says to wear your damn sunscreen because here she is getting her hand cut off. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I always think it's important for other people. Like, I'm always giving the tips. You give me your tips, and then I always go and do a comment like, what's happening today? So that's something I'm going to do. It's worked in the past. We'll see if it works again.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm going to just go be easy today. And I went into my memories and something that I've posted literally 3 other times, just saying, and I'm not shy or scared to post it again, but it's a little photo that says, how long have we been friends? A, 20 years, B, 10 years, C, 10 years or longer, D, 1 year, or E, we've never met. I've posted it 3 years prior, and I'm going to post it again because nobody's going to remember that I posted that.
Oh yeah, no, I love that. That is such a good tip, Jennifer. Going into your memories. I will go into my memories every day and see a post and be like, dang girl, that was a good one. And I just save it. And so then if I'm at a spot where I'm busy or I can't think straight or, you know, whatever, I just go to my saved post and I'm like, oh, there's that saved post I got from last week that was 4 years old. I'm going to redo it. Sometimes you have to update your wording, especially if you're talking about like, I've loved this product for 4 years and now it's 8 years. Like, you know, don't just copy and paste, like pay attention. But yeah, it's an incredible tool to, again, make it easy, like always make it easy. Okay, so I put it, oh, who was talking? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, even
Yeah.
if somebody does remember that I posted, I really don't care.
Exactly. And they don't remember. You guys, I don't remember what I wore yesterday. More or less what there is no way that people remember what you posted. 90% of my posts are memories. You should see my note section of my phone. Yes. And just real quick. So I put into ChatGPT. I just did this for fun so we could do this together. And remember, your output from ChatGPT is only as good as your input. And so my prompt was, act as my social media expert and create an interactive post with Wednesday as the theme. And it came back with, hey there, Thrivers. Let's tackle this Wednesday with all the energy and focus of a ninja. How's your midweek mojo? Drop a gift that sums up your Wednesday vibe. Mine is totally a coffee-free, that's weird, dance party. So anyway, again, your output from that will only be as good as your input. But again, midweek mojo, drop a gift that says your Wednesday vibe. That would be, people love to share gifts, right? Like I do, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I love responding with a gift. So again, don't overthink it, just do. Okay. Next thing, who's doing a reel every day? Ta-da! Look at all those people not saying yay.
I am.
Yay, Brandy says yay.
I'm totally stealing it from you, Tammy. You
That's-
got me influenced.
Yay, I'm so glad. Thank God I influenced someone in my lifetime, right? Renee says I am. So I got 2 people doing a reel a day. Da, di, da, di, da. I know, you guys, they suck. I'm not here to tell you that they don't. They suck at first, but you will get better at them and then you will do them. So I will tell you, I have done 5 this week. Wendy, yay, way to go, Wednesday. Wendy. Susan says, last week I did 1 all 7 days. I'm usually trying to get 4 a week with a goal of 7. I have failed this week. You know what? You've not failed. You're just, the week isn't over. It's only Wednesday, by the way. I'm going to throw that out there. So you definitely haven't failed yet. Talk to me Sunday night, right? You guys, some of you know this, some of you don't. I don't know. It feels like 18 years ago, but I think maybe like 6 or 8 weeks ago, I started doing 2 to 3 a day. Boy, golly, was that hard. It's all I could think about because I went in with the mindset that they're hard. Let me tell you about a reel I did yesterday that is performing really well for me. It's a video, like I'm holding the phone like right here at my chest, and I'm vacuuming the floor in my bedroom. You just see the vacuum on my rug. And I don't even remember what all I said about it. I used ChatGPT to help me come up with some of the words. But I said on the reel itself, the smallest tasks used to be my biggest hurdle. Look, see, there's me vacuuming. And then ChatGPT helped me write the thing. So far, 414 people have looked at it and I've got 3 comments. It's me vacuuming. I needed to vacuum yesterday anyway. Earlier in the day yesterday, I have a video, again, holding the phone here as I'm opening the door to my greenhouse. I walk in and check on my plants. ChatGPT helped me with my wording. And actually, it's really cheesy and cliche. It says, here's your friendly reminder, other people's opinions don't pay your bills. Don't overthink your reels. Yes, you do need a hard-hitting, thrive, reel every blue moon, but on a day-to-day basis, you just need a reel. Just be you, show a little part of your day. People love when I share little snippets of my greenhouse, which I get because I was obsessed with my greenhouse too. But I was shocked how many people responded to me vacuuming my floor. But think about it, when you're looking at people's reels, a lot of times it's just them walking somewhere, or there's somewhere it's like the camera is sitting here and they're just typing, or they're talking on a Zoom. And then the words over top of it are what matter. So don't overthink it. Be filming things all the time. Tom laughs at me because I'm constantly videoing just random stuff during the day. But the beauty of having all that random stuff on my phone is that when I do sit down to make a reel, and again, I don't come up with all these reels. I will go usually at night right before bed. I like to get on Instagram and kind of, I know you're not supposed to have your phone before bed, but whatever, this works for me. I will type in network marketing, or I'll type in motivation or whatever, and I'll just see what reels come up, and I'll just scroll through them really quickly. If something's got a good song or something has a good theme, I just save it. And so then when it comes time to actually make a reel, I will pull up those saved reels and I will think, okay, what did I video? What random thing did I video this week? I was pruning a rose bush. I videoed that. Just random stuff, you guys, but then it turns into a reel. And so, yes, every now and then I really have to sit down and come up with a good one. And I did one last week that I was super proud of. It took me forever to do because I took snippets of people on our team, of what they used to think about network marketing or what their life used to be like. And then I put snippets of them now, and just to show the drastic change in these humans. And that was definitely a Thrive related, network marketing related reel. And it's in there. And when somebody's scrolling through my stuff, they're going to see it. But you just have to keep making a reel. And you guys, get crazy. Use a picture as a reel. Blow Instagram's mind. Just put a picture up there, but make sure your words, what are you trying to say? Who are you trying to talk to? The one I was trying to talk to yesterday where I'm vacuuming, and again, like I said, it's not earth shattering by any means, But, you know, I said the smallest tasks used to be my biggest hurdles. And I just said, some days getting out of bed was like a mission. I was drowning in exhaustion and brain fog. If I was running the business well, the house was falling apart. If the house looked great, the business was falling apart. Like I'm talking to people who are burning their candle at both ends. And I'm telling them that I understand what it's like and that I took a chance. And I know it sounds crazy, but it changed my life. Right. So I'm not having to do the thing where I'm feeling like I need to have makeup on or my hair done and sitting there filming myself. I was literally vacuuming my bedroom. Okay. So again, don't overthink it. But I really, 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 in 2 weeks when I'm back here, I really want everyone to say I'm doing 1 reel a day. And I know that nobody wants to do it. I get that because I don't really want to do it either. But it's a lot like when Facebook came out. I didn't want to get on Facebook when it first came out. I thought that was stupid. I thought it was silly. I thought it was for college kids. And then all of a sudden this thing, Instagram came out. And I was like, well, that's for people who take like artistic photos. And then TikTok came out. And I was like, that's just for 12-year-olds who like to sing. But here's the thing, the more you fight it, the more you're going to get left behind. It's not going anywhere. It's just not. So make a damn reel. Okay. All right. With that, the last 10 minutes, I just want to talk about end of month with you guys really quickly because we do just have 2 days left. Number one, keep your foot on your gas like we talked about before this all started. Number two, I want to make sure you guys understand, and I know some of you do, and some of you are like, this is stupid, but some of you are new and you don't. Please go into your cloud. Whoops, I just got logged out of that. Okay. Please go into your cloud for me. Go down again. Do you remember that business snapshot we were in earlier? Go back down to that. And there it says that qualification bar. Below that, there's one that says orders. Click that orders bar, and it's going to tell you your current PV, your current credit, your last order. It's going to tell you all that stuff, right? The thing I want you to look at is current PV. Does that say $100 or higher? Okay, if it doesn't, drop everything, get off this Zoom. You need to either place an order of $100 or more as yourself, or you need to go sell $100 or more to one of your level 1 customers. Okay. If you don't do that and you don't get your PV, you're going to not get your commissions and your bonuses and all that good stuff next month that you are working for. And you guys, I've seen it happen to people. I had a gal one time who had $90 and I left her 3 messages about it and she didn't do anything about my messages that I left her. But you better bet she blew up my phone when she wasn't getting her commissions like she thought she should the next month. So pay attention. Lavelle has very little requirements of us. One of them is that we have to at least sell $100. We don't even have to spend it ourselves. And your credits count. If you're sitting on credits, give them away. Like let's get a business going. Now, the other thing that I do, so once I know I'm good, then I go into my team. So let me show you really quick what I do. I go into the menu. I go to my team. I go to sponsorship team. It automatically defaults to level 1 promoter number and ascending. So I leave the level 1 where it says promoter number. I do the arrow and I click current PV. And then I don't care if you do ascending or descending, it's going to do it whatever direction for you, but I sort. And if you do ascending, it's going to start with the people that are at 0. Now, some of these people are at 0 and they've been at 0 for 5.5 years. Believe it or not, I still send them some information. But go through there, and the ones you really want to look for, you're going to see some people who like they'll be in red if they're at like $60, or let me see if I can find one here. Hopefully not. Yep, I still got one at $62, and I sent her a message yesterday. So she's at $62, which means that she'll be mad next month if she doesn't get all of her goodies. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer put in the chat here the checklist for you and your teams. So I do dedicate a good probably 10-15 minutes to the reports in the cloud yesterday and today of making sure, like I said, I always check myself first. It's the whole thing where you got to put your mask on yourself first in the airplane before you start saving everybody else. Make sure you have your PV. Make sure you if you're newer here too, you may not realize this either, but it's one thing to hit 12K in volume. It's another thing to hit 12K auto bonus. You'll have people on your team that will have the volume, but they won't have they won't have 4 active promoters, so they won't get their bonus. So make sure you're checking all of your, crossing your T's and dotting your I's, and then you can dive into your team. The other thing I like to do is just double check really quick. Do I for sure have my 2 customers on auto ship so that I thrive for free next month? And then once I know I do, and then of course I check my husband's account to make sure he does. And again, there's a way to check that too, to make it easier on you. For this one, you would go to the menu. You're going to go to the reports. You're going to go to downline order history, and it's going to default by order number. I want to go in there, and instead of order number, I want it to say promoter number. And I think I want to say ascending. Yeah, because you are always going to be your lowest promoter number, always, right? So ascending, hit sort. All of the orders are going to pop up, and I can see if they've got a green check next to them, if they're auto ship. Because I think a lot of times what people do is they go through, and because I've actually done this on my husband's account, and I've seen a customer, I've seen like 2 customer orders. So I'm like, oh, great, cool. Well, I forgot one of those was a referral for someone else. So it's a referral for another customer, which is awesome for that customer, but that doesn't count for his, right? So you want to check those. You want to spend some time in reports. Brandy said, before I started coming to these morning meetings, I had 300 followers, not now almost 400, and 10 samples out and 4 orders this month. Damn, girl, teach me your ways. I want 10 samples out this month. I'm gonna focus.
I'm learning from y'all.
Well, yes, and I agree. These wake up on wins are the best way, I think. Even if you can't physically like be sitting there, I pick stuff up all the time from people. So yeah, end of the month. Last thing I want to say really quickly before we get off here, this Sunday is the first Sunday of September, which means at 10 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to do my power plan that I do on the first Sunday of every month. And it's not like this. We don't go through the day. We actually plan out the whole month. So if you guys would like to be on that, let me know. I can, I know we posted in our team page, but I know not everyone's on the team page that's in here. So that's it for today. I hope everyone has a fabulous day. Susan, good luck with your dad. Prayers for everyone in Florida or around Florida. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's Jennifer and Courtney. Bye.